Hey everybody, welcome back to microbeerreviews.com. Tonight I have a beer from a brewery I had never heard of. It's called Goodwood. It's out of Kentucky. This particular beer is a bourbon barrel stout that I saw a write-up on and I actually found in another state, and I could only buy a single, so this is the only one that I have. The ratings on this beer were phenomenal. It was 94 out of 100 on Beer Connoisseur. It talks a lot about how it's still brewed with the same limestone water in its namesake of the whiskey state of Kentucky, seasoned in bourbon barrels. It's a silky American stout with notes of oak, dark roasted malts, and of course bourbon. Roasted barley produces a little bit of background of chocolate and coffee flavors with a lasting vanilla finish. So with that being said, all those things being equal, that makes a phenomenal bourbon barrel aged stout. Now, the other part of this beer that I think is really interesting is this kind of marketing with this homage of this limestone water. I know that the beers that are put in bourbon barrels from particular distilleries are way better than others. Now, they don't disclose where it comes from, but, meaning the bourbon barrel, but, again, everything I've read about this beer has been really impressive. Now, I love Goose Island bourbon barrel aged. I love things like the Founders bourbon barrel aged beers, Old Curmudgeons. This is going to be a tough one to crack. So, again, I think the single was only like $5, but we're going to give it what I call the old college try and see what it's all about. So, it looks like it should. It's black. It's got a nice thin head on it. It's colorful. It's got a little bit of a caramelization on it, but it is exactly the way it should look. The aroma is great. Lots more chocolate than I anticipated. Definitely a coffee background. You can smell the vanilla. The malts are strong, but very, very pleasing in the aroma. It smells really good. I'm very impressed. One little detail I forgot, which I don't remember from memory. I believe the ABVs are 8.1%. There's a little bit of cherry in there too, which is nice. It smells really good, but it's definitely a lot more coffee forward. I mean, the bourbon's there. It definitely is there, but it's not nearly as pronounced as some of the others. So, as we say, cheers. Let's get into the glass. It's chewy. It's very chewy. It tastes a lot maltier. It's got a lot of the, a lot more chocolate, again, coffee, that kind of what I call malt barley combination. The bourbon is lacking. So it goes back to my introduction. There's definitely some things here that it could be better. This is more to me of a chocolate coffee stout, not a bourbon barrel aged stout. So, I mean, it's there. It's hinting, but so okay. So here's how I rate my beers: 1 to 5. I would give this about 3.5, and here's why. It's a great representation of a stout that has big mouthfeel, big coffee, big chocolate, a little bit of dark fruits in the background. It pounds your palate. It is very delicious to drink. It's not, in my opinion, what it says on the bottle. This is not a bourbon barrel aged stout. It just doesn't have the bourbon background on the aroma, the palate. It's just not there. I mean, it touches on it, but by no means is this what I would consider something that would compete with Goose Island or KBS or anything like that. So, again, that's a 3.5 out of 5. It's good. It's different. It's just not what again what I would view as being advertised for what it is. So would I buy it again? Absolutely. It's very good for what it is. But again, I was expecting a lot more bourbon. So if you've tried it, let us know. Leave comments on our YouTube channel. We upload all the time. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.